You have screamed these songs at the top of your lungs. You thought you knew what they meant. But what if I told you that everything you believe about these rock anthems is a complete lie? The stories you know are just a cover for something way deeper and way darker. Today we are exposing the biggest secrets in rock music. Rock stars have always been masters of hiding secrets in their music. They bury their pain, their politics, and their craziest moments deep inside metaphors, creating puzzles we've been trying to solve for decades. We hear a song, we love it, and we make up our own meaning for it. Sometimes that's cool, but in other cases, the real story is so much more shocking than anything we could ever guess. Today, we're cracking open 4 legendary songs you think you know. We'll expose the bitter breakup behind your favorite graduation song, solve a chilling urban legend, check into a hotel that's secretly a trap, and slice into the song that captured the death of an entire generation's dreams. Good riddance. Time of your life. Picture this. Every high school graduation, every prom, every farewell slideshow. What's the one song you always hear? It's the gentle acoustic strumming of Green Day's Good Riddance. It is the anthem for saying a heartfelt goodbye. It feels hopeful and sweet, right? The lyrics seem to prove it. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. This song is so burned into our culture as a positive, happy farewell that its real meaning is literally the exact opposite. Because Good Riddance is not a sweet song. It is one of the most savage breakup anthems ever written. Lead singer Billy Joe Armstrong wrote it back in 1993 after his girlfriend dumped him and moved to Ecuador. He was so angry and hurt. The original title wasn't the nice phrase we know today. It was just Good Riddance. The part in the parentheses, time of your life, and was added later. The original title was a sarcastic punk rock middle finger. Think about that. Good riddance. Get out. That was the entire point of the song. Billy Joe didn't even show the song to his bandmates for years because it was so different from their loud punk sound. When he finally played it for them, they thought it was too soft and didn't fit on their album Dookie. When it finally came out 4 years later on Nimrod, Armstrong was so terrified to play it live that he had to chug a beer backstage just for the courage to perform it alone. He 100% expected the punk crowd to hate it. So how did this angry breakup song become a graduation day staple? You, the audience, gave the song a completely new meaning. Without the context of the breakup, the lyrics sound totally different. The line, tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial, sounds less like a bitter memory of an ex, and more like a metaphor for our past. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. Sounds like a warm reflection, not something said through gritted teeth. The band was completely shocked. Armstrong later admitted he understood why it happened, saying, "Through all the BS of high school, you hope that your friends had the time of their life." So the next time you hear this, remember its secret origin. It's a song born from a sarcastic good riddance that we all turned into a heartfelt, I hope you had the time of your life. Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. Some songs are more than just music. They are legit folklore. And the biggest urban legend in rock history comes from the chilling drumbeat of Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. You've heard the story. It goes like this. Years ago, Phil Collins saw a man drowning. He was too far away to help, but another guy was right there and did absolutely nothing. Just watched him die. Years later, Phil Collins is a rock star, finds that guy, gives him a front row ticket, puts a spotlight on him and sings, "Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I was there, and I saw what you did. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. So you can wipe off that grin, I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies." It's an unbelievable story of revenge. A story so good it went viral before the internet even existed. But it's all a pack of lies. The song has absolutely nothing to do with the drowning. The truth is way more personal and just as raw. Phil Collins wrote In the Air Tonight in 1980 while going through an insane divorce from his first wife. He was filled with so much anger and despair, he actually quit his band, Genesis. The lyrics were almost completely improvised. He just turned on a mic and let all his rage pour out. He later said he doesn't even know what the song is fully about, just that it's full of anger, despair, and frustration. That line, "If you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand," wasn't literal. It was a symbol for how betrayed and hurt he felt. Collins has spent his entire career trying to debunk this myth. So why did the drowning story stick? Because the lyrics are just vague enough and the music is so dramatic, our brains invented the craziest story possible. The line, "I was there and I saw what you did," wasn't about a crime. It was about him witnessing the end of his own marriage. It might not be about a literal drowning, but it is about the emotional drowning of a man going through the darkest moment of his life. From savage breakup songs to critiques of capitalism, these songs prove there is always more to the music. But we've only scratched the surface. The world of rock is filled with thousands of other secrets. So, what songs did we miss? Comment below with your favorite song that has a hidden meaning. We are reading every single comment, and your suggestion could be in our next video. The Eagles, Hotel California. From a dark desert highway, you see a shimmering light. You check into the Hotel California. It's a palace of pink champagne on ice and endless parties. But then, it turns into a prison where you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. For decades, this song has been one of rock's biggest puzzles. What is this place? People had insane theories. Some said it was a real hotel run by cannibals. Others swore it was a mental hospital, or even a tribute to Satanism. But the real story is a massive critique of the exact world that made the Eagles famous. The Hotel California isn't a real place. It's a metaphor for the dark, twisted side of the American dream. The song came from the band's own experience. They were outsiders in Los Angeles who came to California chasing fame, and what they found was a world of insane money, narcissism, and spiritual emptiness. Don Henley said it himself. The song is about the dark underbelly of the American dream and about excess in America. The song is a journey from innocence to corruption. The traveler arrives full of hope, but finds himself in a hell he built himself. The line, "They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast," is genius. The beast is addiction and greed, but it's also an inside joke aimed at their rivals, the band Steely Dan. Glenn Frey said they designed the song to feel like an episode of The Twilight Zone. It's meant to feel like you're trapped. The guests in the hotel are all just prisoners here of our own device, trapped by their own greed and ambition. And this was personal. When they wrote this, the Eagles were one of the biggest bands on the planet, but they were also destroying themselves with infighting and the pressure of fame. They had checked into the Hotel California, and they couldn't get out. The final haunting line is the most powerful. The narrator tries to leave, but is told, "We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave." It's a chilling ending about how addiction and fame seduce you and then trap you forever. This isn't a song about a haunted hotel. It's a song about a haunted culture. Don McLean, American Pie. This song is almost 9 minutes long and is packed with more secret messages than a history book. Don McLean's American Pie is rock's ultimate puzzle box. Everyone knows the tune, but almost nobody knows what it really means. The one thing we all agree on is the day the music died. This was the real-life plane crash on February 3rd, 1959, that killed rock pioneers Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. For a young Don McLean, this was the moment his innocence was shattered. But that's just the start of the story. American Pie is a secret journey through the entire 1960s and a funeral for the idealism of the 50s. For years, McLean refused to explain the lyrics. But now, we finally know the code. The song is a parade of 1960s icons, hidden in metaphors. The Jester, that's widely believed to be Bob Dylan. The line, "While the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown," suggests Dylan stole the crown from the king, Elvis Presley, becoming the new voice of a generation. The quartet practiced in the park is the Beatles, and Sergeants played a marching band is a direct reference to their album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. McLean sees them as part of a shift away from simple rock and roll into something darker. The chaos of the 60s is all here. Lines about the helter-skelter of the Charles Manson murders and the violence at the Altamont concert where the angels born in hell, the Hells Angels, ran wild. The line, "The three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. They caught the last train for the coast," signals that God himself has abandoned America. That famous phrase, "drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry," is the ultimate symbol of disappointment. It was a twist on a popular car ad, but McLean is saying the American dream, the American pie, is all dried up. The title itself comes from "as American as apple pie," but he dropped the apple because the core of American innocence was gone. Knowing this changes American Pie from a long folk song into a heartbreaking documentary of a generation's broken dreams. So, what did we learn? We learned that a graduation anthem was born from rage. We debunked a massive urban legend and found a story of heartbreak. We checked into a hotel that was a metaphor for a dying dream. And we dissected an anthem that mourns a lost America. Knowing the real story doesn't ruin these songs. It makes them 1,000 times better. It adds new layers and gives us a deeper respect for the artists. It shows that the greatest rock and roll isn't just about catchy tunes. It's about hiding the truth so deep in the music, it takes us decades to find it. The next time you hear one of these anthems, listen closer. You never know what secrets are hiding in plain sight. And if you want to keep uncovering the truth behind the music, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what we do next.